Hey everybody, Asher here, and we are back with more Star Traders Frontiers, which if you're watching this on the stream, hello. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello. We're going to be picking up right back where we left off the last time. And as I said before, I am going to be trying to do this without any kind of save scumming or anything, but I will save from time to time just between videos, just in case anything happens. There is a nice little handy dandy save slot feature that was not present when I was playing this game last. So that's pretty good. Now, what happened last time is that we have some missions that will take us out of our little area. And unfortunately, we did pick up one message that's due in 35 weeks. That is going to kind of be a little bit messy because I have to get 65 of duranium and deliver it back here. I also have something that's going to take me 2 jumps away. Now, one of the issues with that is that I don't have the requisite space to pick up everything because I'm holding on to a bunch of advanced medicines, which unfortunately for some reason are legality 6 to sell. I guess you need to, I don't know, there's some drug shipping problems in the future perhaps. But there is one little savings throw, I guess, thing, not to use the D&D term, that I didn't think of last time, and it's not dumping them out into space. That would be stupid. It was actually, when I was preparing for this video, I looked on the map and realized, you know what? There is a whole nother sector that belongs to my group here, and they have some high population planets. I may be able to find a place to sell here instead of desperately searching for a neutral place. Now you can see that there is the Valto Syndicate hates me. I could have avoided that by not doing so much trade with my faction, but whatever. We're gonna go ahead and we are gonna get this video started. Then one of the best ways to do that is to just go ahead and let's start navigating, doing the one-way shipment thing. We can drop the arbiter off on the way back, but I want to actually hit this navigate button. Now we do have some deficiencies in our crew that will get filled in with higher levels. So we do have a danger of 8. We are about to head to Hyperwarp Gate along Gate of Fools, which I guess is why it's so dangerous, and it's going to use a lot of fuel. And our ship didn't explode! Yay! Now when we get higher levels, we'll be able to figure this out. Now one of the things that I said before is that we always want to try and be trading here. And you'll notice we do actually have a contact here on Mott, which may be a little bit surprising. We also have a wilderness place to try and explore, along with an indie population area, which is really exciting because I said before there's no way we're going to find an independent population area where we can unload this stuff. So I am going to make a few stops here. Like this orbital area seems pretty good, and that contact is something that I got from one of my other talents. So I know we have like actual missions to do. And actually, let me correct myself. Mott is where our mission is going. That's really stupid of me. The little bullseye does not mean contacts. If I look at the map again, you can see contacts is represented by the people. So, whoops. Okay, now one other thing to keep in mind is that because I have a lot of stuff carried in my cargo, specifically advanced medicines, which are pretty dang valuable, I have what's called a higher signature, which is something that you can't really see very well. I don't know if it's really displayed anywhere, but it does mean I'm more likely to get attacked by pirates or Xenos or stuff. Now, this is a really nice exploration world. It has a relatively low danger, has high richness. We can't explore it very much at a time, so we can do 4 rounds of exploration per year, but this is a good place to keep in mind. We like low danger, high wealth, plus we can stash any goods that we might have there. Let's visit this beautiful low population place. We got we first off, our trade law is low. It's almost level 2, which means we can almost sell some goods here. If we try to sell this, it's B minus, so we would sell it for 20,000 total. And I wonder if that's going to end up being just as well as doing anything else. I think it is. I mean, we just kind of want to unload it. We're up to 100,000 credits. We have nothing to buy but scrap, but only 5 units of it because their stuff is pretty low. And we're not going to play the exploration game right now, but we do just want to know that we're going to keep that flag for a little later because we're going to be doing that a lot. Now, let's see. We also had to possibly drop off some stuff at the if we check the mission, sometimes it'll give you a hint here. Duranium, which are supplied by mining zones with trade law 10 or less. Do we have a mining area here that we can trade at? I'm not sure. We have orbitals, we have farms, we have refineries, so I don't really know if we have anything else. However, I can hop over here, go ahead, go to this industrial exciting areas. We have a pirate that's already popped into here. And this is what I was saying before. We got rid of our stuff. Our signature is about as low as it's going to be. But fortunately, we can just keep bribing them. We can try and surrender to looting. But I'd rather just get out with a little bit less money than having the morale loss from crew issues. So see, just like that, we got some nice independent areas early. I'm actually really liking this map. There's a neutral tradeaway place. What's your trade law? 3. So, and then we have a high-tech industrial as well. Let's land here, see what they got. No medical services for 7 injured, we know. We can actually sell some pretty good things here. We have advanced electronics. That's not a good price to buy, but it's something we can keep in mind for later. Because with all these neutral places, the really nice thing is that we can buy stuff without permits, and we do have a rank 2 to try and sell some of the stuff. We can get in the spice game, we can get in crystals. One of the things is that because this is neutral and it's a pretty poor economy, that we are not going to be able to get a lot of stuff right away. Do we have anything here? I know it's wasteful to land and not land. Do I have anything that we can just drop right off next door to the industrial area that has a decent turnaround? Well, we can't necessarily sell raw spice, but we can sell... I mean, some of these things aren't very great. We're just going to buy a few things, because once again, we want to always be trading. So let's hop down here. Are we really going to be able to sell this for a profit? No, not really. So refinery or industrial zones. Well, we got some more of those here. Let's go ahead and sell this. And buying here luxury clothing and power generators. Not very exciting. Synthetic food too. Also not very exciting. We do have a level up and a talent available. So not the greatest economy in the world. We need to get our people to a doctor. So let's just go ahead and go down to this refinery area. Maybe we can make a good sale here. Maybe we can go to the orbital area. I know I'm wasting some precious valuable time that we have for missions. This is actually, for being such a tiny planet, it has a lot of really good stuff going on here. So medicine's good, fuel's good, repair's good. Selling is great. So that's nice. Anything we can buy here? Here's the Vidco once again. And remind me again on this mission, we actually need duranium. So duranthium. Well, is this just a typo, or is this what we want? I guess that is my big question. It's an alloy, and I hate this. Ugh. You know, worst case is that we can sell it later. We'll just flag that for now. Anything else I can buy that might be good for the other places we're going? We're going to a high population area. So we have carbonite crystals, which don't have a great price turnaround. Ready-to-eat rations, which are pretty good, but not so much for where we're going. I think this is what we're going to end up wanting to get, but we'll get it on the way back. Pesticides, good for farming. Vodka, pretty much good anywhere. Let's just get half of our stores with this. And let's see. We don't know about farming. We know where an orbital area is. We know where that is. We know we can't buy that. Pop mining, fertilizer. I mean, none of these things are that exciting. Guess I can go and make this purchase now. Alright. Let's go to the next area for now. Yes, I know I can level up, but we're not... Well, I mean, the level ups are happening as these little skill flashes are going on the bottom right. But let's go ahead. Danger of 12. Oh, Lydia Ties read charts prevent a navigation skill test failure, which is exactly why we took that. Alright, so we have... it's tougher than duranium. You won't see me bleeding or getting void burns. So that's nice. So we have a lot of population zones here. We have another indie wilderness. This is actually a pretty nice homestead. So we have a lot of farming on this side, some industrial on this side too. And actually, here's a farming world right here. So what did we buy? Okay, that's not our cargo. Our Vidka can go over here. And how many weeks do we have left? 27 weeks. So we're all right. We're all right to explore this a little bit. We even have a luxury area over here for another faction that doesn't hate us. So that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and just drop by this population zone first. Uh-oh. Spy. But once again, it's a friendly spy. That's interesting. They're preparing to depart. We can't even acknowledge them, I guess, because they're a spy. So let's see what we can unload on here. Fuel, crew payments. Yeah, so we can't sell that just yet. And we can buy lots of scrap. But we were going to an industrial area, so let's go ahead and pop over here. Interesting that we have another orbital station as well. So this is a really fascinating map. There's a lot of trading work that we can do early on in this game between these multiple areas. And because one of our first goals is to increase our coffers by quite a bit. So if we sell here, that's good enough on the scrap, that's good enough on the alloy. And we can buy electronic components. So that would be really nice. Actually, 53 of them is really nice. Ore extractors are in demand of mining. Small craft components, orbital, high-tech tradeaway zones. Well, we have access to plenty of those. So we do have some other things that we can buy here. Water purifiers are something I do like to buy. Unfortunately, the profit margin on them is a little lower than I'd like. But electronic components is good. Clothing is good. We should be able to reliably get those in just a little bit. Like I said, my goal usually is to diversify here. And one thing I need to do is to be taking better notes about what I'm buying and selling. So we'll get there as we get there. And we even have another population place that we can go to here. Maybe they will have some precious poop that we can drop off at the farming area down here. That'd be really nice. But yeah, I'm really liking this early map here. I wasn't so sure with all the high-tech industrial places before, but oh, this is a high economy area. So spice dense trade law is high, but not too high. So we can sell clothing. See, just like that, we're just trying to turn a little bit of profit every time. They don't have poop, they just have scrap, so screw that. Let's go down to the farmer place here. And we'll see what we can get. And don't worry, I'm not trying to ignore my crew, as we have another void engine vent field failure, so that's lovely. So this is Alistar Gate, as we have one-way shipper is our mission here. And we do have a few things we can buy. Grain is really nice. I mean, these are all pretty safe things to buy. Let's go ahead and turn this in first. Let's make a public spectacle because it's fun. Retired explorer, local agents graciously welcome to the palace as we accomplish our business. So we get 36,000, we get reputation, and we get influence with our contacts. So that's all really good. Let's go ahead and I think we can probably deliver some grains. So we have how many population planets can we deliver grains to? Here's one. We have a luxury one over here too, which is pretty nice. The problem is that we have some other stuff we got to take care of too. For missions, or I'd be playing around here a lot more. So see, that's just like the easiest profit you're gonna get. In fact, it's so easy we're gonna do it again. I know Devaltos hates us turning things around, but we do get experience every time we sell things, as we have violence during crew shift change. Come on, guys, we're making money, we're getting paid. Spice leave for 2 crew costs 48. That does cost time, and we do actually possibly get some contacts from time to time. So edible plants, luxury population places like them. You'll see that grain is suddenly low price per unit, so it's terrible here. So we can't do that every time. But that's one reason we just turn this around. Every time we sell, we're getting more experience for everybody. So we're just going to drop this off up here at the luxury trading place, and we're going to be all good. Just keep refueling every time, as we have even more missions available to us. And I have not forgotten about that. We will be getting back to there. Oh, there's a mining place too. That's great. Okay, so we can heal 10 of our crew. Notice that morale's starting to become a little bit of a thing that we got to watch out for. So 2,000 profit there's nice. We do have biomass, which is good for farming. Let's see. Did we say this one is... Okay, this one's mining. So if we go here, that's a really interesting looking art for the mining planet as well. There we go. All right, this is what we want. So regular old uranium. We will definitely get back for this. Refinery, industrial zones, anything else we can flip. Crystals would be pretty good. Farming, refinery. Let's go ahead and grab some of these. Refinery, industrial. We can't actually buy those. Alright. So nothing for the luxury population, except for, of course... You know what we love about luxury population? All the biomass. Let's fill that back up with a methane. Up to the farming we go. We can just drop this off here, and we're going to have duranium for days. We're just going to have to take that back as, uh-oh, we had a failed doctor test. We have crew sickness. We don't have medical facilities. No refueling here, too. What is this crap hole? I mean, we love farming. Wow, they don't want our crystals. Okay. Let's sell this. It's a little bit of a mistake. Well, they'll buy it. It's just not a great profit. I would rather get rid of that. Max out on grain. Max out on edible plants. Synthetic food. Raw spice would be nice. For some reason, we can't buy it. Probably because this is not our faction. Just go down here. We're just going to loop around. Pop into this one more time for the mining area. And call it a good time. Alright, so here's Mulkinum Prime. Apparently, this is our home world, so that's nice. Everybody demands wages. Notice we're slowly creeping up our money here. There are some things we're going to want to buy that we cannot quite buy yet. They only have scrap. So that's cute. Fortunately, they do want their grain. So we can't really sell... We can't sell that too much. So how much time do we have left on these missions? 1 year, 9 weeks. Uh-oh. Overdue. Alright, well that sucks, but... okay, well since we played a little bit too much in the Lotus Fields, I think we are going to have to do the Arbiter Neutrality thing in just a minute, but let's go ahead and pop over here. See, this is fun. We just get into all the trading, and next thing you know, a whole year just blows by. We're just too good at this, so good at this game that we fail at this game. All right, so buy cargo, duranium. We can only buy 56 units. It's a little bit of a problem. We'll have to see if we can run into another mining place on the way back. But let's go ahead and navigate back here, because there has to be other mining areas as well. So jumpity jump. Fortunately, our ship did not crash on itself. Alright, so what do we got here? We got Indie Tradeaway, Population, Orbital with... Ooh! Orbital, and they don't want anything to do with us now. Farming, Refinery... Yeah, we're just... I don't know. We just don't really have great access to duranium, and we are... we're losing money. Payment reduced to 39%. I do not think we can cancel this one, can we? So, well, Prince Callahan's not very happy with us. Alright. So, who wants this junk again? Because I think I'm just going to let it roll over and expire. Refinery, Industrial, Orbital, High-Tech Zones. We haven't gone to the Orbital one yet. And yes, I know we still have crew things here. We have a merchant. This merchant ship, it may look like they hate us because it is a Devolto ship, but It's not really a fighter. Look at how much we have to bribe them. That's still better than taking the reputation loss just for running away. So just because we have 56 here, and you see we're getting all of our crew saving things here. Every time we make sales, I can't even talk. Here's our spy from the local faction. We're just, like I said, our goal is just to bribe everybody. Make everybody feel better. Call it a day. Navigators, careful now. This is the world of which the Highland Military Research Base was parked. You can see the debris still hanging in orbit. The bomb was powerful enough to take out the entire station. The destruction was absolute. So, ooh, story. And we'll get back to that story in just a moment. I don't really want to make anybody mad here. So we're just going to go ahead, take what slight profits we can. I don't know if we have too much of anything. This is a population zone, so we can just try and buy a few things that population zones might like. Like hydrogen fuel, perhaps. That's not really great. But they don't have a lot of stuff to buy or sell, so I guess that's what we'll do. Alright, so before we go into there, now it's time to look at our crew. Few levels up, mainly for the officers. Okay, so we have myself, who is an explorer, who is a merchant, and we still have one more job to think about. And this is one where I am a little bit torn, because we could go for crew combat and do like a Xeno Hunter. We could potentially go into lots of other things, such as like, man, there's just so many things available. Well, we already have that. Commander, Doctor, Engineer, Exo Scout wouldn't be terrible. There are some good talents in the Exo Scout place. Spy's also not terrible, but I think I'm going to drop Spy on another person. So it kind of boils down to, do I want to be something that adds to like crew combat, especially because I'm challenging, I can take advantage of the captain not being able to die. I could also get Pirate, which opens up some interesting skills. Let's see what our other officers are real quick. I need to remember. We have a Quartermaster Smuggler, Doctor Medic, Engineer Explorer. I think I'm just going to go full specialization and do Exo Scout on the Captain. So that's a little more exploration. And we do have another talent available, because we are rank 1, currently level 3. So what talents do we have available right now? We could increase rewards. Right now we have exploring, we roll a risk card. I think the one I want the most, though, is when you're executing a trade in exchange worth over 5,000, you have a 10% plus charisma chance of gaining introduction to a contact from the local faction. So let's do that. The more contacts we can get early, the better, especially because my starting build started off with so few contacts. So we have Smuggler. We have another job. Let's add Spy to you. That'll be fine. Right now we have Combat Medic and Doctor. I think I'm going to upgrade the Doctor for now. We want to get level 5 doctoring first. We do have an option to get another talent. First aid would be passing another doctor test. E-suture is probably one of the basic ones, because this is somebody who's going to be going into combat quite a bit, and maybe I do want to change the weapon in just a little bit, but we'll figure that out. We're not looking at any crew combat anytime soon. So who are you again? You have our Explorer or Engineer, and I think right now we're just going to pump up your Explorer levels. So we do have Engineer here. We do have when exploring in a wild zone, reroll any risk card. We want to get as many of those as we can. You'll see why later when we get there. Let's go ahead and progress the story just a little bit to close out this video, as we got to get past this pirate. But I do think we're at a decent time. We're not going to surrender, because surrendering to a pirate just means that they get to take all of our stuff, and we don't want them to take our stuff. So boom, population world, falling steel hive. Oh, now I see it. Not very impressive, really. And you can see that we've gained enough levels that we don't have to worry about some of this stuff here. So let's go ahead and sell our cargo. Synthetic food, did bang busters. Hydrogen fuel, not really, but we're just doing a little bit at a time. We have some scrap to sell, but nothing very exciting. So, Arbiter's back. Hey, Estelle, my thanks for bringing me this far, Star Trader. We've held on to our promise. From here, you will have to choose just how deep you want to get involved. Princess Atan Char is not going to appreciate your presence, but I know the Callian wants you to put on a show. While we attempt to complete the mission step, very often a skill test is required. We'll use the skill myself, my officers, my crew may use one of the attributes if anyone on the crew has blah blah blah. We've talked about this, So, we can do the following. We don't have any skill save talents available, but we can do a full entourage to try and sort of piss in the face of the princess here, or we can just do a light escort. I've already screwed up a contract for the prince here, so we're just gonna go with the light escort. Try not to screw this up too badly. Days have passed, Captain. The Arbiter has spent most of the time in closed-door meetings with Judge Wellen and the Princess. She has been tight-lipped about what's going on. We knew she'd be strict about this. It's a matter of Shaloon law. Well, in the end, the entire proceedings dragged on for a week. Luckily, we're well paid for our time. In the final meeting, we got a chance to hear directly from Princess Char. Look, it's the princess! Many welcomes, Star Traveler. Thank you for escorting Arbiter Beckstrom here safely. Her presence was so critical to this case. If she wasn't here, you'd worry that political agendas would get in the way. Favors would be called in. The law would be trampled on. Glares! I love that. We need to make another stop on this tour, Star Trader. That would be for the best. It is important you see all the evidence, especially the Highwind's wreckage and the footage recorded there. You must understand, Star Trader, the Highwind Orbital was not a regular station. It was a military research facility. Hey, Barrick, glare back at you. Meaning that if you had surveillance and security systems to protect against such an attack, to prevent a bombing from within, nah, Valencia Fane slipped in under our radar with a white flag, but those systems captured copious proof of her deadly crime, not to mention her obvious motive. She came here to destroy the technology the Fanes claimed they wanted to purchase. In the bombing, we also lost one of the most brilliant minds of the galaxy ever seen, Aldo Bastille. We believe that Aldo, who has been in the position of chief scientist at the Highwind, may have been her primary target. Glares! Again! Time to return to your ship, Captain. Until we meet again, Arbiter. Silence for a time. I love that that's what they're thinking. It's like, yeah, silence. She sure is sure of herself. She is not lying. She holds damning evidence. So you think Valencia bombed the Highwind? Why would she? To kill this Aldo? Oh, we're not done yet. You must take me to the world where the Highwind was orbiting. Whoops, I don't know if I clicked the right thing. But we passed this. Once again, we have 18 dice, 16 dice versus 8 dice, 19 dice. There's a bunch of behind-the-scenes systems, but the big thing is that if you have a savings talent, you go for it, otherwise you don't. But we lost 8 reputation with Clan Javat. Whoops. Well, we can fix that later. But I'm going to go ahead and pop up here. We could buy the scrap, but it's not for a great price. So, as I said before, we're doing this for the YouTube crowd as well. So, hello there, this is Asher. We're going to be doing another one of these in just a minute. I just got to step away for one moment. And look, they hate us. They don't like that we're going through all of this, but we can fix this with some good patrols, which we'll do that a little bit later. But that's it for now. This is Asher. We'll pop back in here very soon. Take care.